What is up, Prealgebra students? This is lesson 50. Your objective for today is how do you solve multi-step equations? And really, just like you've been solving the rest of them, it's just maybe with another more step or two. So let's see if we can just jump in and try this. I'm looking at this first one, and the one the left-hand side, notice how they both have n's in there. So this is like 1n minus 6n, so 1 minus 6 would be negative 5n's. Remember, you can only combine those together if they both have the same variable. That's equal to 20. Then to get that n by itself, I divide by negative 5. And so n is going to equal to negative 4. Okay, this is in year number 5. Again, that number 1 there is off your worksheet. Number 5 is also off your worksheet. It's the fifth one. Okay, now I'm looking at this one, and I don't see any other p's that I could combine with that one. However, this is a 1, and that's a negative 2.4. So I can combine those two together. So I'll just leave that as equals to negative 2.2p. And then 1 minus 2.4 is going to give me negative 1.4. It's equal to negative 9.76. I'm going to add the 1.4 to both sides because I'm trying to get that everything with p's on that side by itself. So these two just go to 0. On the right hand side, I end up with negative 2.2. On the right hand side, notice those are different signs. So it's going to be like subtracting here. So it's going to be 6 minus 0 is 6. 7 minus 4 is 3. 9 minus 1 is 8. And since the bigger number is the 9, it's going to stay negative. Oh, sorry, I forgot the p here. I'm going to divide by negative 2.2 on both sides. And this becomes 1. I end up with p is equal to 3.8. Because remember, they're both negative. So it's going to be a positive number. Alright, a couple more here. Again, same instructions, just solve each equation. This one has fractions in it, which makes it maybe not quite much as fun, but I'm noticing here that I have two different ones with n's in it on the same side, so I'm going to combine those together. If I have negative 2/3 and I'm adding 1/3, that's going to, same denominator, so I can combine the numerators. Negative 2 plus 1 is going to give me negative 1/3 n plus 1 is equal to 1/6. So I'm going to go and subtract 1 from both sides. So negative 1/3 n is equal to 1/6. And just a reminder here, 1 is equal to 6 over 6. So subtracting 6 over 6, that's that minus 1 right there. So I'm going to have negative 1/3 n is equal to 1 minus 6 is negative 5 over 6. To get that n by itself, remember our trick of multiplying by the reciprocal of that. So 3 over negative 1. Let's multiply the same thing on this side, 3 over negative 1. So then those 3's will reduce, the negative 1's will reduce, and it gives me just an n on the left, which is what I'm wanting. Over here, the negatives will reduce with each other, making that. Let's see, 3 goes into 3 one time, goes into 6 two times. So my answer is going to be 5 over 2, which if you wanted to say 2 and 1/2, either one of those, I'll probably just go with that, 5 over 2. Alright, one more is an extra step required here, and that's the distributive property. Remember, like I noticed that this has a 3n and that's a 3n, but I can't add those yet until I distribute this into each of those first. So that is 18n minus 12 plus 3n's is equal to 135. Now I can combine those. So 18n plus 3n is going to give me 21n minus 12 is going to equal to 135. Add 12 to both sides, because again I'm trying to get everything without an n across the other side. It's going to be 21n is equal to 7 for 147 divided by 21. You get n is equal to 7. Alright, your homework is the rest of this worksheet. Notice I have already worked out 4 of your homework problems, so there's no reason to get a 0. And just for your viewing pleasure, there's a picture of Daniel. You all have a great day. Good luck.